When you run out of options and can't find solutions, when life's problems getting you down, you must always remember that prayer is the answer and Jaja is always around. We can solve any problem we bring.
Good morning. People, today's topic, Carnival is our culture. Who can stop the Carnival? Our scripture reading is coming from Galatians 19:20 and 21. That is Galatians 19:20 and 21. Now the work of the flesh is evidence, which are adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lewdness, idolatry, sorcery, hatred, contention, jealousy, outbursts of wrath, selfish ambition, dissension, heresy, envy, murder, drunkenness, and revelry, and the likes of which I tell you, before these things, those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. Will not inherit the kingdom of God. People, in Galatians chapter 5:19, it gives us a list of things that tells us if we practice these things, we will not inherit the kingdom of God. And among these things are drunkenness and revelry. Drunkenness and revelry. It is important that we bear this in mind. Most of us as Caribbean people, when we travel abroad and we speak about our country and the culture of our various countries, the first thing that comes out of our mouth is Carnival. And we brag and we boast that Carnival is our culture. And we will lend description to impress those people we are speaking to about what constitutes our Carnival. And we claim that Carnival is our culture. But the question we must ask here, is Carnival really our culture? We hear people tell us stories about how Carnival was a part of our culture since back in slavery. We hear about how our ancestors during slavery brought over the celebration of Carnival with them, and they will make masks and costumes. These are just stories that try to glamorize Carnival and link it to our parenthood, to our ancestry, to our foreparents. Nothing so. You have to remember, in slavery, we were restricted in our congregation. It was unlawful for slave to congregate, especially in private. The slave masters didn't allow the slave to enjoy themselves or to have fun because they hated the slaves. They saw the slaves as property. They treat us like animals. So they were not allowed to have fun. All of their energies was supposed to be expensed in the manual labor that brought a profit to the masters. And when the master saw any slave congregating, they put an end to it quickly. Because most of the time, such congregation would lead in an uprising, in a riot that will cause the slave owners monies and even destruction of property. So this thing that Carnival was a part of our ancestry, and it was practiced during slavery, is a fabrication. It cannot be taken serious because it is not the truth. People, after emancipation, when the slaves were free, when the slave drummed in public, the masters, the Caucasians, they enacted laws to make drumming unlawful. Anytime the slave come up with something to recreate themselves or to have fun, the slave masters create a law to outlaw what the ex-slaves were now doing. People, let me tell you how far it went. When our women take their beautiful Negroid hair and they fix it up in a fancy style and they walk in public, they even created law to make it unlawful for the black woman to display their beautiful Negroid hair in the style that they choose. So if after slavery was abolished, the Caucasians were so hard in restricting our black brothers and sisters from expressing themselves, even in a hairstyle, it becomes outlawed, illegal to wear your hair in such a manner. How and where did they practice the art of making masks and costumes and drumming and having festivals?
To the human race, now we sing it again. Watch out, my children. Watch out, my children.
Everywhere you go,
It have a